So here, all 48 photos from the demonstration run done in the video above have been combined using free software into a single RTI data file. And this control up here on the upper right-hand side allows you to change the lighting direction. And as you do that, different details show up on the surface that aren't immediately obvious. And you can zoom in and take a look and find stuff that doesn't show up in the original photos, like this one, for example, where virtually no detail shows up at all, do show up in this one because you've changed the lighting angle to accentuate those. And the lighting curves are all in mathematical format in this data file, so you can do all kinds of mathematical manipulations to bring out additional features. There's a mode called diffuse gain that basically changes the degree with which it accentuates the lighting depending on the surface topography. You can go in and you can use unsharp masking, so you can simultaneously change the lighting angle and also accentuate the degree of sharpening to bring out additional information, and there are multiple modes for that. There's also a mode called specular enhancement, which gives the surface a shiny appearance. And let me just play around a little bit with some of these parameters here. So using that, you can also bring out details that aren't immediately obvious. This works really well on metal objects, not so well on stone stuff, but it's still pretty kind of interesting. You can compare that with not using it, and you can see that there are some details that show better. One really cool enhancement mode is what's called normals visualization. And here the program will color code the surface based on the perpendicular direction. And that's an excellent way to really bring out some very, very fine detail. And what's more, you can go in and you can save any of these screen views as a snapshot and then take them into a program like Photoshop and do all kinds of additional enhancements to bring out stuff. For example, I can change this to a grayscale, and then I can go do something like go to levels and enhance details that way. There's another option called, I think, HDR toning, which I sometimes use. And if I just go down, play with some of these parameters a little bit, knock the highlights down quite a bit, like so, increase the shadows. I'm going to knock that down a little more. And then go and sharpen it up a little bit with the Smart Sharpen filter. Increase that a little bit. Now, if you compare that with one of the original photos, oops, too far. You're getting details that you can't get very easily any other way when taking a photograph.